Sneha is a PM at a fintech startup. Every Friday, her team does 6 user interviews, and every Friday, she spends 2 hours stitching the notes into a summary nobody reads. So she opens ChatGPT and types one line: Summarize this week's user interviews. The model gives back 3 confident paragraphs. Users want a faster onboarding, users care about trust, users mention pricing. It is not wrong, it is also not useful. She cannot ship it. She tries again. Be more specific. The next output is longer and more confidently generic. She tries one more time. Make it actionable. Now there are bullet points that say the same thing in a different shape. She tries a fourth round. Use bullet points and be concise. The output gets shorter and somehow even more vague. Sneha thinks the model is broken. The model is fine, the prompt is the bug. And no amount of nudging the same one line prompt is going to fix it. Here is a way to think about it. Imagine you hire a contractor to renovate your kitchen. You hand them a sticky note that says, Make it better. They show up on Monday and reap out a wall you wanted to keep. They paint the cabinets a color you hate. They install a sink that does not fit the counter. The contractor is not bad, the brief is bad. Now imagine you hand the same contractor a labeled folder. Inside there are 5 tabs: who you are working for, what you are building, the current state of the kitchen, the exact finishes and dimensions, the things you must not touch. Same contractor, same Monday morning. This time you get the kitchen you wanted. A great prompt is that folder. 5 tabs: role, task, context, format, constraints. The model is the contractor. Your job is to hand it the packet, not the sticky note. Tab 1 is role. You tell the model who it is before you tell it what to do. Sneha writes, You are a senior user researcher who reads transcripts for a fintech PM. That one sentence does 3 things. It sets the vocabulary. The model now reaches for words like jobs to be done, friction, segment, instead of vibes and themes. It sets the depth. A senior researcher does not summarize, they pattern match across calls. And it sets the filter. A fintech researcher knows that a comment about KYC delays is more important than a comment about the color of a button. Without the role line, the model writes like a generic blog assistant trying to please everyone. With the role line, it writes like someone who has read 200 research transcripts and knows what matters. You have not asked for output yet. You have just told the model which expert in the room is answering.
Enjoying this? Subscribe to Skill Agents AI for more videos like this one.
Now, the other 4 tabs, one at a time. Tab 2 is task, what you actually want done. Sneha writes, extract the top product themes from these interviews and group them by user segment. Notice it is a verb, then an object, then a grouping rule. Not summarize, not analyze, specific work. Tab 3 is context, the actual material the model needs to do that work. In this case, the 6 interview transcripts pasted in full. No paraphrasing, no excerpts. Context is the single biggest lever in the packet. Most one line prompts fail here. The model is guessing because you never gave it the source. Tab 4 is format, the exact shape of the output. Sneha writes, return a markdown table with 4 columns: theme, segment, verbatim quote, frequency, sort by frequency descending. The first time the output now looks like a document instead of a paragraph. Tab 5 is constraints, the guardrails. Do not invent quotes. Pull only from the transcripts. Maximum 5 themes. Flag anything ambiguous in a separate row at the bottom. Constraints are how you stop the model from being helpful in the wrong direction. With each tab Sneha adds, the output quality climbs. Role moves it from generic to expert. Task moves it from summary to extraction. Context moves it from guessing to grounded. Format moves it from prose to table. Constraints move it from confident to honest. Now the side by side. Same week, same 6 transcripts, same model. On the left, Sneha's first prompt. Summarize this week's user interviews. On the right, the briefing packet. Role, task, context, format, constraints. She runs both. The left output is 3 paragraphs. Users want a faster onboarding. Users care about trust. Users mention pricing. She cannot send this to her team. The right output is a table with 5 rows. KYC delays, mentioned in 4 out of 6 calls, by small business users, with an exact quote about waiting 11 days for verification. Pricing confusion, mentioned in 3 calls, by self serve users, with the exact quote about hidden transaction fees. Onboarding drop off at step 4, mentioned in 3 calls, with a verbatim line about not knowing what to do next. 2 ambiguous mentions flagged at the bottom for her to resolve. She pastes the table into the team channel. Her PM lead replies asking which segment cares most about KYC. Sneha answers in 10 seconds because the segment column is right there. The model did not get smarter between the 2 runs. The packet did the work. The prompt is the variable. 5 tabs. Role, task, context, format, constraints. Memorize the order. The next time your output is mush, do not nudge the prompt. Rebuild it as a packet. One line to remember. A great prompt is not longer, it is labeled. Hand the model a briefing packet and you stop arguing with it. That is one metaphor down. 9 more in this playlist take you from prompts to agents. Subscribe to Skill Agents AI so you do not miss them.